Buffy is October 30th, 2001, night before Halloween, gang. And this aired opposite the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, which I said already, but also more importantly for me, this airs opposite season 2, episode 5 of Gilmore Girls, which is called Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy, and features the first appearance of Jess, the greatest
Whoa.
Gilmore Girls character
Is that
ever.
a man or a woman?
It's a man. It's Milo Ventimiglia,
Your favorite
and
character on Gilmore Girls can't be a man.
of course it can.
That's like Adam Driver being your favorite character on Girls. He probably
Adam
was,
Driver
wasn't
might
he?
be my favorite character on
I knew you
Girls.
were gonna say that. That's funny.
Uh, I mean, my favorite character on Sex and the City was Steve
But the thing
Miranda.
isn't the thing about girls that they're supposed to be annoying though.
Well, people like to say that, but I think it's just
It's just a
because the
depiction, like an accurate
generation they're a
depiction.
part of is kind of annoying. Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, what a night of TV. I can't believe this. I mean, honestly, Gilmore Girls beats it this
Really?
week. Yeah.
Well, it's the finale, you said, right?
No. It's
Oh, I
just
thought you said a finale.
episode 5, first
Oh
appearance
shit. Okay.
of Jess. Jess Mariano, Luke's nephew. Okay.
Any relation to Boston Rob?
No relation.
Are you sure?
Sadly, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
All right. A big album release on this day was Michael Jackson's Invincible. That was supposed to be like a really big deal, but it kind of didn't hit as well as people thought it would. Mary J. Blige obviously beat it,
Wow.
but it had a big album, like music video release. The first single from that album was called "You Rock My World," and the music video for that song is like 15 minutes long and has like a storyline and shit. And Marlon Brando is in it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, Marlon and Chris Tucker.
Wow. Never knew about this.
Yeah, it's terrible, but like I remember it was on a lot. Like at that time, they thought it was gonna be like the new Thriller or something. Like
Barry Cogan was in a music video of his girlfriend's recently. You know about that?
who's he with?
Sabrina Carpenter. You know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was in one of her music videos. I thought that was pretty cool.
Wow. Did he take his dick out?
Yes, he did.
Oh, great.
Only between
Uh,
shooting though.
okay. And the also on this day, The National released their first albums, the self-titled album. They're one of my favorite bands. Just thought I'd bring that up.
Never heard of that.
You never heard The National?
Never.
Well, you probably like them, man. Check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe just listen to like their This Is The National on Spotify.
What's like their best song? I'll listen to that.
Ooh, The National's best song ever.
I
What
feel like this
could
is a
it
fake band,
be?
honestly. Never heard
No,
of this. The
how
National.
fucking dare you say that? Hang on, can I look at the Nationals? I'll
Yeah,
give
I'm
you
doing
their
it too.
best song. It's just like they don't
There's
have one.
Coney Island. Oh, this is featuring the National. They have one with Taylor Swift.
They do.
The Alcott
Oh
featuring Taylor
wow, I
Swift.
don't even know that song.
I Need My Girl, About Today, Fake
I Need My
Empire.
Girls.
That's their
Good.
top five on Spotify.
All right, I'm gonna say
I hate how Spotify is. Yeah, how you have to go to every album.
I know it's frustrating.
I don't even do it. I just give up at that point.
I love Blood Buzz Ohio.
Blood Buzz, Ohio.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a good one, man. They've got a lot of good songs though. Great album band too. Anyway, The National, check it out. Oh, they have a new album out from 2023 that I haven't listened to yet.
Whoa, that's
I'll
cool.
have to check that shit out. All right. Um, what do we got?
I don't know. Are we on to the episode?
Yeah, let's get into it. So the
Who wrote
writer
it?
of
Do we
this,
know?
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
Stephen S. DeKnight wrote this episode. He started with us last year, and I told you after this season of Buffy that they decided he writes darker shit better, so he moves over to Angel.
Okay.
So his first two episodes were last season. That was Blood Ties, where Dawn cuts herself, and Spiral, which you liked a lot.
Yes.
Um,
You did too.
yeah, I no, I did That's a great episode, but I just
Mhm.
remember you being very high on that one.
Mhm.
And our director for this week is David Solomon, who's a regular. This is his second episode of the season already. He did Afterlife, which was thanks for the tip. Uh, all right, let's hear it. What do you got?
Okay, first off, no Jonathan storyline this episode,
No, they're not around this week.
which honestly, I thought it was a little step up. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a Jonathan hater or anything. I don't know. But so we start out. We're at the Halloween Bonanza at the
I
Magic
love that.
Box.
Love that pun.
Great job to those guys. And we've got Pirate Xander. He's talking to Beans from the Even Stevens. That was pretty fun
What?
moment there. The character Beans from the Even Stevens.
This
That
little kid that he's
yeah.
talking to is from Even Stevens.
Yeah, he's like the Urkel character, like their neighbor,
Hey,
like annoying neighbor.
wow. Beans.
Beans. Yeah, Beans. So that was pretty cool to see. That didn't really go anywhere, but he was talking to Beans. Anya
By
looks
the way, can you name another?
unbelievable.
Yeah, Anya does look unbelievable. Can you name another time someone dressed as a pirate on Buffy?
Yeah, whenever the was it called Halloween?
Yeah.
Was it it wasn't Jonathan, was it?
No.
Yeah, I forgot that guy. He was gay. What was it?
Larry.
Larry, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, and then he tried to rape Buffy. Rape and
That's
pillage
right.
Buffy. Larry, I forgot him. Yeah, he was gay, wasn't he?
He sure was.
Yeah. When did we learn that? The Invisible episode?
The Invisible episode?
I thought there was one.
No,
I
no.
don't remember.
He's in that episode, but we don't know he's gay yet. We find out it's like Xander has to like interview him. I think it's earshot
Hmm.
because like we're interviewing like who's the school shooter gonna be or whatever, and then they like Xander says to Larry like I
I know
can
your
really relate.
secret or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And Larry's like, oh, thank God, I'm gonna come out of the closet.
Yeah. So fun there. Yeah, but Anya, back to Anya looking unbelievable. She's got rollerblades. She's apparently one of Charlie's Angels. I don't know. I didn't really get that much, but whatever. You did she look
She's,
like Charlie's Angels to you?
yeah, pretty much. She's got wavy hair and short shorts on.
Okay. But yeah, back to loving Anya. Love that for me. And she says, "Shiver me timbers." Timbers is like dicks in this episode, I guess, apparently, because
Yeah,
Tara says she's not into the timber.
that's right.
Apparently, that's penises. And then Dawn, back to this plot line with Dawn. Remember last season, it was a thing where Dawn was like taking shit from people.
Yeah,
Dawn
she's
finds a
still doing that.
coin and she takes this coin. I bought you this coin. It says number one dad. That's an Eminem song. Is that when I'm gone? I think that's when I'm gone.
He's got a new record this week, "The Death of Slim Shady." I gotta listen
That's
to it.
right. When is that out?
It just came out yesterday.
Oh shit, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, check that out. We'll see if he got Ed Sheeran on for any of these songs. He had him on the last one. That was a good time. And Beyonce.
I
That
don't
was
want to
fun.
talk about that.
Okay. And then so Buffy, I don't know. Spike is like hanging out in the basement.
The base. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's stealing some shit to make his blood spicy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. He asked Buffy if she wanted to get a little rough and tumble, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, thought he meant sex, but he meant patrolling.
Right, right.
That was weird part there. She seemed kind of into it. It's weird that like that's where her mind went to. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
She's
But
a lot more comfortable with Spike these days.
she is. You're right about that. But she kind of mentions to Giles like, "Hey, I want to go patrolling," and Giles is the one who tells her like, "Actually, you kind of have to stay here. I need some help." So she was actually wanting to go patrolling with Spike. It seemed like there.
Yep.
But so we see this old guy. Later, we learn his name is Old Man Kaltenbach.
Yeah. This
I
is
didn't know
you
that yet.
remember do you remember the angel demon guy that gets murdered and he just wanted to drink a slushy?
Yeah, of course.
And I always feel so bad for that guy. This is my Buffy version of that.
This guy, he's evil.
He's not evil.
This guy's not evil.
They set him up in this scene that
Oh, because then he gets killed by the guy.
he
The
gets
vampire.
killed by the vampires, and there's this whole thing where he's like, I've got a treat and like you think it's gonna be like evil or something, but then when you see it later, it's just Rice Krispies treats.
But he seemed evil, like because he
Of
looks out the.
course, that's how they're setting it up there because it's a bait and switch.
But how is
But
he not evil? Because he looks out the window like, "I'm gonna kill you, little kids,"
he
and then pulls out a
doesn't. He
knife.
doesn't. He says, "I've got a treat for you," and you think that's gonna be like a bad thing, but it's Rice Krispies treats.
All right, whatever. It's a little funny. But yeah, so he's a good guy. He is a good guy. And we so credits happen here. Let me go back to the magic box. This is funny. Everyone's tired from the busy day that they just had, but Anya, she's very excited because she had the best day ever. She says, "This is the best thing I've ever experienced." And then Xander like clears his throat or whatever, and she's like, second best thing I've ever experienced." Or she says, "Except for that," she says. That was pretty
Yeah.
funny. And well, what is that, you think?
Um. Interesting.
I think it's the one time Xander went downstairs.
You think he's only done that once?
Yep, that's my theory.
That's ridiculous.
That's a funny theory. So that's what we're gonna stick
Maybe
with.
they let her sit on his face.
Oh, is she? That was her favorite thing ever.
Yeah, she was into that.
Holy shit. So yeah, so Xander, he's just like sitting there, and then he looks at Anya and how cool she is. She's like doing something funny or whatever,
Yeah,
and
she's
he's like,
dancing with Don.
yeah, and he's like, "This is the moment. This is the moment." And so he stands up and he tells everybody, "We are engaged. We're getting married, everybody." And they're all happy. And
By the way, it had nothing to do with the title of the episode, but you called this.
I know that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was the crazy. It happened, and I was like, "That doesn't even have to do with that, really." But yeah, wild stuff. And they had a big kiss, and Giles. This was funny. He starts cleaning his glasses, and is it Buffy? Somebody notices like he always
Yeah,
cleans his
Buffy.
glasses, so he doesn't have to see people
Yeah,
kissing.
is this so you don't have to see what we're doing?
He's like,
He
"Oh,
says,
don't
"Tell
tell
no
anybody."
one." Yeah.
By the way, I don't want to like blow up Anya's spot. What's her name? The actor, I forget. But
Emma Caulfield.
yeah, she looks directly into the camera. Like I love doing this, but the part when Xander says, like, he walks up to her and says, "We have something important to tell you," and then they turn to look at everybody. She looks right into the camera in that moment. So then we go to celebrate. Are we at Buffy's? Buffy's and
Yeah,
Willow's and
we are.
Dawn's and everybody's.
Mm-hmm.
And Willow does a spell to give us some pretty decorations. I like that. But Tara doesn't like that. You know what? Tara goes to Willow. She says, "Willow, we could have gone to the store. The store is open. We could have gone to the fucking store and got the decorations and done it ourselves. It would have taken 30 minutes, but that's fine. We would have done it and we would have had a nice time. We would have got a lot of satisfaction out of that." And
we're just all thinking that she's using magic too easily.
And she is. And I want to bring something up. There was one episode where Dawn mentioned going to go stay at a friend's house, and we learn this friend is Janice. Is this the same name as that?
It is. You asked if we'd meet this one, and I said yes. And
okay, I couldn't remember if it was the same one, but it all clicked in that moment. It was very cool. Who was this actor? She was famous.
Amber Tamblyn.
Amber Tamblyn. No, that was pretty cool. The traveling pants.
The great Amber Tamblyn. Yeah, traveling pants. Joan of Arcadia fame. Married to David Cross fame.
Really? Wouldn't have expected that.
I know.
Wow.
They're great. They're one of my favorite celebrity couples.
With John Krasinski and Emily Blunt up there with
How
them.
dare you? No, way better than that.
Who are the good celebrity couples? I'm trying to think of some. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Who's Spike Jones married to? I feel like he has a cool wife.
Is he? I thought he used to have a cool wife. And
who was
divorced or something? I don't remember.
I feel like you're right about that.
Spike.
Who's Keener married to?
Sofia Coppola.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, man. Move on.
Oh, we go to the park. Janice and Dawn, of course.
Right. Yeah, they're meeting up with those dudes.
Yeah, Zach and Justin, two bros.
Two bros. Yeah. Now, one of these dudes gets fucked by Ian Somerhalder in The Rules of Attraction.
I think that was Justin. I think I looked on his IMDb.
It was whichever one is with Dawn.
That's Justin. I'm pretty sure. Because yeah.
Now, something fun about this episode is that I remember when this aired, thinking Dawn looked really hot in this episode and thinking that her kiss with this dude was really fucking sexy. And now I watched it again as like a 37-year-old. And I'm like, she is a child.
But think about this. I looked this up. She is 15, I believe, at the time that they made this episode, and he is 22.
Oh, and they had a kiss. That's
That is
weird.
like crazy. That would never, ever, ever, ever happen today.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly today.
Not even remotely. That was crazy. I remember like whenever the Nickelodeon thing came out, there was like a thing where Victoria Justice is like 14 kissing this guy who's like 20 or something,
Yeah,
and there's like
yeah.
a big thing.
They talked about that in that doc.
And
Yeah.
this would be featured in the Joss thing. I feel like this moment here, if they
Could
ever did
be.
one of those. But yeah, that was crazy. But anyway, so yeah, those guys, Zach and Justin, whatever. But I liked Giles talking to Xander on the stairs. I feel like Xander was kind of having a little withdrawal in this episode. He's kind of like, or a
How
little
so?
second guessing because, well, whenever Anya's talking about like, oh, we're gonna do this forever and we're gonna do this
Yeah,
and
no,
that.
he's excited about marrying Anya, but there's clearly like something holding him back. Like he definitely feels weird about it.
Yeah, she mentions withering away and dying, and I remember his face being like, oh man, that's the next
Yeah.
step is just to wither away and die. I didn't know that. So the crew, our young guy crew, Don, Janice, Zach, Justin, we go to that old man's house because that's like like in every town there's like the haunted house. Like, ooh, this is where like
Yeah.
the old man lives.
And you're worried about them here, but he's just a nice guy.
He's just a nice guy. She doesn't know that Don's hanging out with the evil yet. And so, but Dawn, she goes up to the door and the old man grabs him. I loved this little moment here because he very deliberately invites them inside. And knowing that they're vampires and they have to be invited inside, this all plays
Oh,
super
I never
well.
thought about that. That's really
Yeah,
smart.
it's really well done because yeah, he comes out and he like grabs Dawn's arm and he's like, "You guys want to come in for stuff?" Like he clearly invites them in. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, he like yeah, the whole thing. He goes into the kitchen with Justin, and then it's revealed Justin is a vampire.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't
And
see that coming. I feel like that was a shock to me.
yeah, it's very early Buffy, I feel like, doing like a bait and switch like that, which is
The
for like a
first moment we ever
vampire.
had,
Yeah, it is. It literally is the first
Darla.
moment we ever had. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I kind of dig that. It's a good moment, but this poor fellow, he just wanted to give him Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah. Do you like Rice Krispie treats or something?
Of course, everyone does.
I feel like I don't.
What?
I don't know, like homemade Rice Krispie treats.
Listen, it's not like I'm ordering Rice Krispie treats, but if someone gives me a Rice Krispie treat, I'm gonna eat it.
I feel like it's always way too sugar. Like I'll eat one bite and I'm like, that's good. That's plenty. Like I never
No,
need two
I think you're
bites.
thinking of good and plenties.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't know. But so Anya, so yeah, this is where we're talking about the future and stuff. And Giles says, maybe if you have a boy, name him Rupert. That's a strong name. I liked
Yeah,
that moment.
it's not. That's a bad name.
But I had a thought. I was like, what could happen if Giles dies and they name the baby Rupert? We could have like a full circle moment there. That would like really touch me. That would be nice.
Well,
No,
we'll
I don't
see
want Giles
what
to die or
happens.
anything. But if he did
Yeah,
die and they named the baby Rupert, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't
it
know.
would be great, but I don't want Giles to die.
No, of course not. Of course not. But so this is where Buffy decides to go patrolling with Spike or whatever. I don't know. And why did Justin pay Dawn? He gives her some money. I thought that was weird.
I don't remember.
They're like he gives her money and then his jacket. He's like, here's just some money. I was like, why are you paying her for?
I don't remember the money part, but yeah, the jacket part's a great move, especially because like he's all right. She's in that moment wearing a denim jacket. Okay. He's wearing a Letterman's jacket. He takes it off. He's got short sleeves under there. He's like, now Dawn's wearing two jackets. He's just wearing short sleeves and he's a vampire. So he's definitely already colder than she is.
Is he cold or warm?
Vampires are cold.
But they don't feel it. Like his
Say,
internal body is warm, right?
no,
He feels
they're
cold.
cold.
So
They're
so
dead.
So he feels the sensation of being cold.
I don't think so. I think it's just like part of who he is or whatever. But I'm
So it
just
doesn't matter. It
saying,
doesn't affect him.
if she touched him, she'd feel coldness.
Right. She would be like, "You're freezing so that I can stay warm."
Right.
But
It
to
would
him,
seem
he
like a
doesn't.
really
He's
good
not
move.
affected.
Right.
Yeah, it is a good move. You're right. Didn't think of that deep into it. Xander, or I forgot where we were. Where were we? Oh, Buffy. Oh yeah, she's going to go patrol or whatever, and she hears like an ambulance, and this is where she sees that there was a who somebody took a car. Zach stole a
Yeah, they
car.
stole a car so that they could drive around. Yeah.
Yeah, and Buffy stumbles upon that accident of that woman that died, whatever. So Giles gets a call, right? From because Dawn's story was I'm gonna go stay at Janice's house, but then
Yeah,
Janice's mom
something we
calls
used to
Giles.
see. Yeah, we used to see the gang do this a lot, like for like late night sessions at the library and shit.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I did like them all talking about it. Like, oh, they're really doing it. Can't blame her for repeating the
Playing the
classics.
classics. Yeah.
Yeah, Xander says it. Yeah, very funny. Um, the circle of life is kind of beautiful. Like how everyone does the same thing.
Are you stoned right now?
No, no. I feel like was that the circle of life I was talking about earlier? I
Yeah.
feel like anytime you talk about the circle of life, you sound stoned.
Absolutely you do. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I find the beauty in small things. I don't know.
I think that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. But so the new plan, Giles is gonna go find Spike. Whatever. So we park the car in the woods. Justin and Don. This is where they start making out, and I was
Yeah.
googling. Is this
And
okay right
15-year
now?
old me is like fucking getting turned on.
No, no, I totally get it honestly. And and Don says, "Shiver me timbers."
Yeah.
Great callback. It revealed Don's first kiss. She says,
That's right. She tries to lie, but it is her first kiss.
"Yeah, I like that." And I have a question. We go to the bronze. Who is this band?
Oh, I
Like a
looked it
very
up.
prominent band.
I haven't had to do this in a while. But I did look it up. Yeah, they're called Man of the Year. They were like a indie band. They only had a couple records. They broke up around 2005. So not a great run for Man of the Year, but great to see a bronze band.
Yeah, I sort of popped. It was a cool little callback.
Yeah.
We see fun Luke and Leia dancing with each other, and we're like, do we know they're brother and sister? That was pretty
Yeah.
funny. And I thought the weirdest part is they're hanging out. They have a red lightsaber. Why do they have a red
Oh,
lightsaber?
I don't know. That's the wrong color.
Wrong color. By the way, Tara and Willow, they go up to the top, and I want to say shout out to the Bronze for getting it fixed. Right, that second story
Why?
was broken in
Oh, that's
Triangle,
right. Yeah, you're so right. I forgot about that.
but we got it fixed, and now we're able to go back up there. So that was pretty fun. And
Yeah.
this is where we sort of argue because Willow wants to do some magic, and Tara doesn't want to. And she brings up Giles. She says, "What would Giles say?" And that upsets Willow because she knows that they've been talking behind her back and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So not good
I
there.
mean, the thing she's planning on doing in this moment is pretty fucked up.
All the stuff like she's too far gone at this point. Willow,
Yeah.
especially the thing at the end. It's crazy.
She
Uh,
says that she's gonna put everyone else in the bronze into like a alternate dimension just for like a second, and
yeah,
they won't remember it. And it's like that. But what if you fuck that up? Then you just like killed a million people.
yeah, not a million, probably like
No, no, 100.
45,
Yeah.
100. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. The thoughts that are running through her head, and Tara's trying her best to keep her under control, but
Yeah,
it's
everyone's
hard.
trying to ground Willow. Although really just Tara, and this is the kind of thing Buffy might be doing in a normal season, but she's just so out of it.
Yeah. Well, she has other things going on.
Yeah.
She's depressed herself. And we go to Giles. He's in the cemetery. I thought that was pretty funny part in the cemetery. He falls down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Classic Giles. And he finds Janice. He runs into them. Like Janice is being attacked by that guy, Zach.
Right, and he saves Janice.
He does. Yeah, he does. He's basically saves her life. It's a pretty awesome moment. And Giles, he does like a drop kick, sort of a little bit. and Zach like backs up into a tree, and the branch goes right through him. So
And he gets one of
R.I.P.
those
Zach.
classic moments when a vampire like reacts to being staked
Oh
before
no, I'm
they
about to
turn
die.
into dust. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, bro," or something like that.
Yeah.
There's my favorite will always be Sunday in the season 4 premiere, putting her hands on her hips disappointedly.
That was a great one. Did
Yeah.
the guy in the second episode, does he have a good one before he dies?
In which episode?
The our friend,
What are you talking about?
our friend that dies.
Who's our friend?
I don't know. That one guy that we're trying to
Oh,
save.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he does have a moment.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Oh wait, isn't it Xander who accidentally kills him? I forgot what
Yeah.
happened. There's like a weird moment there.
Someone like bumps into Xander and Xander
Yeah.
stakes him.
Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, so Justin, he is like trying to bite Dawn and everything, and Giles is trying to fight him. And then a bunch of cars surround Giles, but then Spike shows up to help, and Buffy, they both show up. And
Yeah.
and then I don't know what happens. They all
Spike
come
has that
together.
great, you're not a rebel, I'm a rebel. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that moment when he says, like, vampires aren't supposed to go out on Halloween. What are you guys doing? And he's like, I'm a rebel. And he's like, you're a rebel? Fucking deal with this shit, bro. I'm Spike.
Yeah, you haven't even met a rebel, but yet until you met me, I'm Spike, motherfucker. I like the part where Buffy, there's like a couple that's there that were just trying to make out. Buffy's like, all right, you guys
Yeah.
can go. You guys go have a good
Yeah, that
night.
was good. And they just run away.
Crazy kill here. A lot of cool kills this episode where Buffy kills one with a car door. She like
I hate that
slammed.
kill.
I don't know how it works, but
Listen, I think the idea is that she closes his head in the car door and it decapitates him, but I don't think there's a fucking car door that can be swung so hard that it can decapitate someone.
you don't know about the Tesla Cybertruck, do you? That's
Not
the
much.
toughest door in the world. No, I don't know. But yeah, no, I thought
You
it
know,
was
you
kind of
know who
cool
has
though.
Cybertrucks?
But
Dudes who talk like they've been touched by Billy.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I've never ever. Have you ever seen a Cybertruck in person?
Not in real life, no.
You'd think you would in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. I haven't though. But
Yeah,
I'm not out on the road.
true. I mean, you drive. You're on the road. You go to work and stuff. You're out there.
Yeah, but I'm on my phone.
Ah, you're not looking out windows.
Yeah, like recently my girlfriend drove me to work and she was like asking me for directions and shit. And I'm like, I don't know.
At some point, it'd be good to learn them. Probably.
Yeah, well, I feel like I have now because ever since then I've paid attention.
Yeah.
But up until that point, I was just like riding, I'm reading in the car.
Maybe Las Vegas is like beautiful. You never taken a second to look at
Of
it.
course I do. No, it is beautiful. I love being in the Southwest.
Yeah, do
A
you?
lot of amazing vistas.
I like the end of 25th hour. Spoiler alert. When
Even
he
the like dream sequence.
No, it's like, isn't he getting like driven off to jail at the end? And he's just like
Yeah.
noticing like all the beautiful people on the
Oh
streets and
yeah,
like
yeah,
how beautiful the world is. Such a nice
yeah,
moment. That'll be like
yeah.
you one day. One day you'll notice how beautiful everything
Maybe when
is.
I go to prison.
Yeah, when you're on your way to prison, you'll
Mhm.
finally notice. Uh, but I liked that kill. We haven't really seen anything like that. I think it's fun to sort of.
I
We're in
didn't
season
like it.
6.
I every time I see this episode, I like that kill comes up, and I'm like, that's bullshit.
If it was like season 2 or 3 or whatever, I'd feel this. But this is season 6.
All right.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun. And then Dawn, she's the one who kills Justin.
Yeah,
She gets revenge on that guy, Justin. And
she
anyway,
does.
so we are leaving that little party that we had, and Anya, she's excited for
Oh, there's one scene in this episode where they're all dancing at the little party to that song. Everybody got that something. Everybody got that something.
They had a
That
good
song.
music moment in Angel.
Oh, they did. We didn't even talk about it. When they cut to that dude Dylan's party, they're listening to Clint Eastwood by the Gorillas.
I was, I'm not, I'm thinking there's a cut, it goes to Wesley looking in the microscope, and you can like, it's still playing the music from the previous scene, I think. I think it's like right after that party, goes to the
Okay.
looking in the microscope. And I was like, this This is like really expertly like sometimes in that episode I did feel like I was watching a movie sometimes like with the angel action stuff. Really well done
Yeah.
episode. So yeah, but the end here we're leaving the Anya is talking about a bachelorette party about the strippers and she looks at Buffy. She says, "We'll talk." I thought that was a
Yeah,
great
I
moment
like that moment. It was
on her way
cute.
out. And Willow and Tara they go upstairs. It's time for bed.
Well, you skip this. I also
Yeah,
think it's crazy that like Buffy leaves it to Giles to like talk to Dawn in this moment.
yeah,
Like
true.
Buffy doesn't even have it in her.
Yeah. Eh, you do it, Giles. She really
Yeah,
doesn't care. She's so out
I
of it.
know.
I kind of love it. It's kind of fun. But so Willow and Tara, it's bedtime. It's freaking crazy. Uh, Tara's still upset about everything that happened, but no big deal to Willow because she knows this cool spell. I
Forget.
thought it was so funny actually, because in other spells she's like Dumade, Dubala, and she like does the and there's like a
Yeah,
spell that
yeah.
happens, and here she's just like forget because the
All she
audience
has
has
to
to
do
know
is
like
like
what's happening.
hold that little plant. I think it's Leith's bramble, they call it. And she says, "Forget." That's it. That's all it's required.
It's a crazy moment. It's wild, but I thought it was a little silly because it's like just for the audience to understand what.
Yeah, fair enough.
But honestly, they could have done a normal spell, and then she gets into bed, and then Tara's like nice suddenly. I think we would get it. I don't think she needs to say forget like the.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't think about that actually until now, but I don't know if that's like if that's even necessary. But who cares? But yeah, crazy. Now Tara's just over it. It's really wild. I don't know how Willow's gonna live with herself going forward. It's actually crazy. I don't know. Um, Willow's evil. That's where we are, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I
Um,
don't like it.
okay. What do you give this one?
I think I go 4.
Really? I'm not a fan of this episode. I'm like between a 2 and a 3.
No, I like Don's growth. I like Buffy's non-plussed attitude. Spike was good. Giles was good. Xander and Anya.
This one doesn't really do it for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you might actually. I'm kind of leaning towards you.
Go
I'd go three and a
where?
half.
Okay, where?
Angel's better.
What do I have at like 70?
Really?
Yeah,
At 70, you have the Iron team.
is this better? No, I like that more. Go down from that.
Welcome to the Hellmouth, the Harvest, Enemies, Dead Man's Party, the Dark Age, Teacher's Pet, Witch. That's actually how is Witch below the first 2 episodes of the
Come
series?
on.
How is how do you watch the first 3? Okay, no, I don't like this. Of the first 4 episodes, Witch is last.
Yeah, I stand by that.
All right. Yeah, whatever.
Keep written
Crush,
down.
Tough Love, Goodbye Iowa, Flooded, Listening to Fear,
Okay.
Blood
Okay.
Ties, Real
Wait,
Me.
no. We're too low now. Um, you can put this one right above flooded.
So between Goodbye Iowa and Flooded.
Yeah, that feels right to me.
So you have it at 81. I would put it between, I don't freaking know. I don't know. I'd put it between no, I like your choice between Flooded and Bad Eggs. I have it at 87 and you
Okay.
have it at 81. So you like it a little more than me, actually. Interesting. I don't know.
I That doesn't feel right. You liked it way more than me.
I think I just like the whole series more. So the episodes are
Shut up.
scaled differently.
Who's the MVP of this one?
Dawn.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I was leaning Don also.
You could go a few different ways, but I think that feels best to me.
All right, I'm down for that. Who's the
I'm
LVP?
Dawn for that. LVP, we go Zach, the friend, the other
It's
guy.
definitely one of them.
I like
Yeah,
Justin more.
you like Justin more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did too. We'll go with Zach.
Although it's weird he has to kiss Dawn. The other guy doesn't have to kiss a minor.
Well, he how old's Amber Tamblyn?
She was born in 83. She might have been 18. She's either 17 or
Okay,
18.
street legal, baby.
When do you
All
think
right.
they filmed the shows? Like the difference between air date and film date?
Well, I'll tell you what, this aired October 30th, 2001. They said Billy was written during 9/11. So I would say they're probably like 5 weeks ahead of the air date.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Tamblyn is 18.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because her birthday was over
Uh,
the summer.
what are let's read the stuff.
Oh, read the stuff. Yes. Okay. So going back to last week, this is Fredless and Life Cereal. We didn't read this. I
This
forgot
is
what happened.
Josh.
Yeah, I did a terrible job with this. Um, he says, Angel, I'm glad we're not Fredless. The set was pretty good, but it was corny at times. A bunch of O's. They sure set up that bus kill by Fred's mom. Did they set it up? Was that a big? I thought it
Yeah,
was
well,
kind of
because we
sudden.
we have that whole convo about Buffy about Fred's mom being a bus driver.
Oh well. Hey, do you guys notice that in some scenes with special effects, the frame rate drops real low and the motion is totally
We
choppy?
talked about that.
I always notice I like you can tell like oh this person's gonna turn into a vampire right here. You can
Oh,
always tell
totally.
that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a weird pseudo slow mo. I've noticed it a lot on both shows. Was this a common thing back then? I think probably. Yeah.
Yeah, on network television anyway.
Yeah. And then he says on the Buffy side, what is up with these dweebs? Why are they doing this? I have a problem with their clock location of Buffy. I had this same thought, actually. I remember feeling this. He says, one guy says she's at 4 o'clock from the front of the van, and the other guy says she's at 2 o'clock from the passenger side window. That doesn't work. There should be a 3 hour difference between looking out the front and looking out the side. I know this is an obnoxious nitpick, but it's the exact sort of thing that the characters would be offended by. Yeah, totally, totally. Because it goes, if you're looking straight, you're looking at 12. If you're looking to the right, you're looking at 3. So if you're looking at 2, you should be looking at 5. You know what we're saying? There's a 3 hour
Yeah.
difference.
All right.
Yeah, you're exhausted. He says, um, I know they're having, I thought they were having her hallucinate the demons, but she was actually just murdering a bunch of construction workers.
Oh yeah. That would have been bad.
That's what he thought. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still iffy on the Wiener crew, but this episode was ultimately very good. Anyone else hoping for Buffy to just say screw it and get together with Spike after being brought back from the dead? It just seems plausible now. Yeah,
It
that'd be
does
fun.
seem plausible. We talked about that, but how would you feel about that?
I'd feel good about it. I mean, I don't want her to just do it out of like, oh well, there's nothing else, nothing better to do. I
Right,
want her
like
to like come,
self-destruction.
yeah, I want her to like come to a realization she likes him or something.
Mm.
But I mean, that'd be fine. I would enjoy that. I love them. And then he says again about Buffy. He says, hey, Dan mentioned a few weeks ago how the Buffy Faith dream sequence foreshadowed Buffy's death because the numbers lined up the dates or something. Oh, so that checks out. But what about the other stuff, Curds and Whey and all that jazz? Was that random or are we still going to learn
Well,
more?
she says Little Miss Muffet counting down from 730, so that ties in with the Curds and Whey stuff. God, I'm too tired to think about this right now. I'm so sorry.
We'll get
I'm
back to
like,
you next week.
I'll
So it
get
took him
back to you
3 weeks
next week.
from typing this message to getting an answer,
Yeah.
but we'll be back to you. Um, so then this week he says, Angel, LVP, anyone not watching this? Oh wow, I officially love this show. This episode was great from start to
Yeah.
finish. Top 2 Angel episode next to Are You Now or Have You Ever Been? Holy
Listen
shit.
to this guy. I fucking love that opinion.
That's the hotel episode, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite episode.
I like it. I like it. We get major development of 5 characters without it feeling unearned or rushed. Wesley was legitimately scary in an MVP. All the performances were great. Really, the plot lines all came together nicely, and everything just worked. Fully formed and inspired. Masterful. Josh, I
Hell
love it.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm into that.
yeah, love it. And then he says about Buffy, I like what they did there with Giles talking about Fantasia in that blue wizard robe. The whole metaphor with Dawn getting potentially turned to a vampire worked really well for me. Really nice touch having it actually brings up a question. I wonder what Dawn's role is currently. She's kind of just like hanging out, living life. She doesn't really have like a
Yeah,
big
we're gonna
story.
get into that.
Yeah, yeah, it makes me question that. And then he says,
She's been stealing shit.
oh, of course, of course, of course. Really nice touch having her stake him with a pencil, a symbol of her youth and not
Is
being
that what
ready
it was?
for adult stuff like sex and slayage. Of course.
I
Pencils,
thought it was just like like a steak.
I actually don't know. I don't know. I feel like no, I feel like it was a pencil actually. I
Okay.
didn't think this deep into it about the symbolism of it, but I like it. He says the old creepy dude was innocent. His special treat was a Rice Krispie treat, an extra
Yep.
hand he wanted, and it was an ornamental figurine hand. I don't know what that is. LVP Don's jock date. Oh shit, he had some bad line readings. I'm really enjoying the more character driven approach of this season. I like it.
He liked
Josh
this
is way
one
on
more than
board.
I did. Yeah, he's super on board right now.
He loves Buffy and Angel so much right now. And then he says, "Holy shit, is this the best overall week we've had so far?"
Definitely
Well,
not.
he's on such a high. He must like fallen in love this week or
For
something.
one thing, next week is a better week.
Oh shit. He says both of these episodes were great. I even went back and rewatched them. It's rough.
Wow.
It's rough though because both go heavily into violence against women, sexualization of youngsters. I'm honestly only generally aware that JW, oh Joss, was sleazy on set, so it's hard for me to gauge Patronzi how conflicted to feel about these episodes. If I understand correctly, part of Buffy's Angels will be discussing that stuff in detail as it comes up in
Yeah, I
chronological.
mean we have been and we will more really next season of Angel. A lot of that stuff rears its ugly head.
Oh
But
no,
um
I feel like I know
I
what's gonna
gotta
happen.
I just think that he he was a writer at this time that meant well. You know, even if he went about some things the wrong way off stage, like the messages of the episodes mean well. So you don't have to read like too deep into this shit in like a negative way.
I think that's fair. But the weirdest part of these this week was the kissing of the 15 and 22-year-old. That
No,
was
that's for sure weird. But I also just feel like that was a thing that happened back then.
yeah, you're right. We talked about the Zoe 101 thing.
Yeah.
He says, I hope so because I'm relying on you guys for that context where relevant. So I guess
Yeah,
we're
I'll provide.
and then Laura underscore 94 says, I think Daniel's confusing me with someone else he's following on Letterboxd. Despite his positive review making me curious to see past lives, I haven't done so yet. This episode of Angel
Yeah.
was insane. It's great that they're
Wait,
talking about.
yeah, so it's somebody on Letterboxd named Laura, and I forget that two people can have the same name.
Wait, I don't know any other Logans.
What
I'm
about
the only one.
Wolverine?
I don't know him personally.
What
Have,
about
have you
that
ever seen me
kid
and him in the same room together?
Adamantium?
We might be the same guy.
That's a good point, man.
Remember that guy named his kid Adamantium? Remember that?
That's what I just brought
Oh,
up.
that's why you said that.
Yeah,
That was the wildest thing.
I know.
Even when you said that, I was like, I didn't comprehend that he actually named his son. I was like, oh, he named him Adam, surely. Like,
Nope,
no,
Adamantium.
Adamantium. Fucking wild. Socially relevant issues, but this very direct approach was unexpected. They did a really good job capturing the attitude and language that's used by men who subscribe to this misogynistic ideology. It's sad to
Mm-hmm.
think that this hasn't changed at all in the last 20 years. It's a shame
No,
Fred and
it's only
Wesley.
become more mainstream, I think.
Yeah, it's easier to get it out there. You can just put anything online for people to
Mm-hmm.
view. And that's what those people do. Is a shame Fred and Wesley aren't going to work out now. They would have been a nice couple. See, I don't understand that at all. Why is this the end of that? Just because of this?
There's a strain between them now. I'm not saying like that shit could never happen, but it's definitely if he had pulled a trigger like that night that he invited them over, like that's a lot of an easier conversation than it would be these days.
But I did not leave this episode thinking, oh well, that'll never happen. No. If anything, I think it'll probably bring them closer together because they're gonna have a conversation about it. I assume at some point.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
we'll get there.
I'm constantly afraid that something's going to happen to Giles since he's a guest appearance now. That is true. I've got a strong suspicion that an old acquaintance is behind the vampires coming out on Halloween, trying to create some disharmony in Sunnydale. What does that mean? Like,
Disharmony.
wait,
I think she thinks Harmony is coming back.
oh, that's what she means.
Yeah, well, I think that's why she's disharmony.
Oh, well, she talked about Giles and then old acquaintance, so I was thinking about that.
Oh, Ethan
Ethan.
Rain.
That's what I
Good
was thinking of.
point. Yeah,
But
yeah,
disharmony, yeah, makes you think about harmony, obviously. I
yeah.
mean,
It's one of
that'd
the
be fun.
two.
Because, yeah, that makes sense. It's great that Willow and Tara finally have a double bed, but that's too many pillows. That's hilarious. I actually had the thought when I was watching that. One of my least favorite things in any movie, I feel like it's such a cop out. It's so easy to do. Like, if you want to make it like a quote unquote like intimate moment between people, just have them like taking the pillows off the bed because it shows like they're about to get in bed and they're
Right.
chatting, but they don't actually have to show any real intimacy or anything. So it's just like, well, we're taking the pillows off the bed and nobody even has that many pillows. I mean, I'm sure people do, but I always hate that in movies.
I've been on beds with too many pillows.
I'm sure it happens, but I was just watching that. I was like, this never works for me. This thing never works. And then Josh commented on Laura's thing. He says, double bed and a casual kiss. We've come so far.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind though, we're on a different network now. UPN was much more permissive with gay stuff than WB had been.
Oh, true. Yeah. So we're a little more lenient over here. And then
Mm-hmm.
Leslie Roman says, "Hey Logan, first off, love the Buffy coverage, but I was listening to the main show and found your balls T-shirt. Oh my god! On Redbubble, it's an Australian online site, but they have a base in San Francisco. So hoping you can get one. All right, this changed everything. I'm gonna go look
All
that
right.
up right after the show.
No, no. I want Leslie to send you the link because I saw this comment and went on Redbubble to search for the shirt and I couldn't find it. Or at least just don't search Buffy shirts because there's spoilers on some of them.
Oh, okay, okay. So find me it and send it to me. Somebody
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Leslie, but somebody.
Yeah. But
Um,
I'm so glad
that's
that
great
works
news,
for
though.
you. Yeah.
I love that. So that's Buffy. What was better? Angel was better,
Angel is by far better this week. Next week on the show, the you already know Buffy is once more with feeling.
and I feel like they're
And
gonna put on a production.
okay. And the episode of Angel is called Offspring.
Oh my god. Oh, Darla.
There you go.
Oh shit, Darla's coming back. That's exciting news. And Drusilla is like never coming back ever again. She's just gone.
Yep.
Was her last episode that Buffy episode with Spike?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. But Darla, all right, that's exciting. Can't wait for Darla.